Hello, everybody. Wolfang here. Today is Saturday, December the 30th. One more day until 2024. Woo. Well, made it through this year so far. I don't want to speak too soon because we're still in 2023. But anyway, so I found this article and I thought I would share it with you guys. It says U.S. states set to enact new laws on guns, pornography, taxes, and even fuzzy dice. What else fuzzy dice got to do with anything? And this is from Associated Press. Fuzzy dice finally will be free to dangle in Illinois. Starting Monday, police there no longer will be allowed to pull over motorists solely because they have something hanging from their rearview mirror of their windshield. That means air fresheners, parking placards, and yes, even those dice are fair game to hang. The revised Illinois windshield rule is one of hundreds of new laws taking effect with the new year and states across the U.S. While some may seem a bit pedestrian, others have real practical effects or touch on controversial issues such as restrictions on weapons and medical treatments for transgender people. Though the original Illinois windshield law was meant to improve road safety, it came to be seen by some as an excuse for pulling over drivers. The new law still prohibits objects that obscure a driver's view, but forbids law enforcement officers from conducting stops or searches solely because of suspected violations. With this new law, we are sending a powerful message that the state does not tolerate racial profiling or other forms of discrimination, said Democrat State Senator Christopher Belt, the bill's sponsor. Another new Illinois law seeks to stifle a more modern form of distracted driving by prohibiting people from participating in video conferencing or scanning social media while behind the wheel. I kind of already thought cell phone use, you shouldn't do that when you're driving anyway. Guns and pornography. Several states have new laws regulating guns and online activity. A Minnesota law will allow authorities to ask courts for extreme risk protection orders to temporarily take guns from people deemed to be an imminent threat to others or themselves. Minnesota will be at least the 20th state with such a red flag law. Colorado will become one of the dozen states banning so-called ghost guns. The new law prohibits firearms that are assembled at home or 3D printed without serial numbers, practices that have allowed owners to evade background checks. The U.S. Supreme Court declined to block an Illinois law from taking effect Monday that bans high-powered semi-automatic rifles and high-capacity magazines. But a federal judge recently blocked a California law that would have banned carrying concealed guns in many public places. Several state laws delve into acceptable online activities. A new Connecticut law requires online dating operators to adopt policies for handling harassment reports by or between users. A North Carolina law will require pornographic website operators to confirm viewers are at least 18 years old by using commercially available database. The law lets parents sue companies if their children were allowed to access the pornography. Another new Illinois law will allow lawsuits from victims of deep fake pornography. in which videos or images are manipulated without their consent. LGBTQ plus issues. The alphabet soup. Over the past few years, there has been a major push by conservatives to restrict access to gender affirming treatments for transgender minors. Bans are on the books in 22 states, including some where judges have paused enforcement as they consider challenges to the policies. New bans on access for minors to puberty blockers, hormone therapy, and surgery, which is rare, are scheduled to take effect January 1st in Idaho, Louisiana, and West Virginia. The West Virginia law contains an exception. Teens could still access treatment with parental consent and a diagnosis of severe gender dysphoria from two doctors. While many Republicans led legislation have imposed restrictions, many Democrat dominated states have responded with transgender protection. A law taking effect Monday in Hawaii requires new marriage certificates to be used to people who request to change how their sex is listed. The state also is replacing gender specific terms in state law. Mother is being replaced with birthing parent and father with non birthing parent. Are you freaking kidding me? In Colorado, new buildings wholly or partially owned by government entities will be required to have on every floor where there are public restrooms at least one that does not specify the gender of the user. The conservative push on LGBTQ policies also has come with efforts to keep certain books out of schools or public libraries. An Indiana law taking effect makes it easier for parents and others to challenge books in schools' libraries. By contrast, a new Illinois law would block state funding for public libraries that ban or restrict books. Taxes and wages. The new year brings a variety of new laws on taxes and wages, parental issues for state governments. More than 20 states will raise minimum wage for workers, further widening the gap between state requirements and federal minimum, which has been static at $7.25 an hour since July 2009. In several states, a new minimum wage will more than double that rate. Maryland's minimum wage will be set at $15 an hour. In New Jersey, it will be $15.13 an hour for most employees. In Connecticut, it will be $15.69 per hour. In New York City, $16 an hour, though it will be a $15 in most of the rest of the state. California's statewide minimum wage also will rise to $16 an hour. And in Washington, the minimum rate will be $16.28. Residents in some states will gain money by paying less in taxes, continuing a 3-year trend in which nearly every state has reduced, rebated, or suspended some type of broad-based tax. In Kansas, the sales tax on groceries will drop from 4% to 2% in its next step toward eventually elimination, producing a savings of $208 annually for families spending on an average of 200 bucks weekly on groceries. About 1 million tax filers are expected to benefit from Connecticut's first income tax rate reduction since the mid 1990s. Lower income tax workers and retirees also stand to benefit from expended tax breaks. Missouri also will reduce its income tax rate while expanding tax exemptions for Social Security benefits and military training pay. Businesses will be able to claim tax credits for hiring interns or apprentices. Alabama will exempt overtime pay from the state's income tax, though that lasts only until June 2025, unless renewed by lawmakers. So there you go. There's a little bit of what is going to happen in 2024. So the tax thing, I've said it a million times. We left England because we were being overtaxed, and now we're right in the same damn boat. Uh, the transgender stuff, I don't know what to say about that, except you're under 18, you're not of age. Once you turn 18, do what you want. Or they may even say 21. I don't know. I do not follow the transgender crowd. I don't know what they do. And you can't tell me there's that many 12, 13, 14-year olds out there that want to change their gender. And the way they're making this sound, it's like there's millions of them out there. I don't know. Like I said, I, if I had a child that was, say, a boy and he wanted to be a girl or act like a girl, I'd say no. You were born a boy. There's something going on. Once you turn 18, you can do whatever you want. But as long as you live under my house and I am raising you, I'm feeding you, I'm clothing you. So maybe I'm just old school. I don't know. So those are some new laws that are coming out for 2024. This is Wolfgang. Have a great afternoon. It is kind of gloomy here. The sun did peek out a couple times, but hey, and it's only 39 degrees. But it is winter time, so but anyway, if I come across any other articles, I may just do another video today. Other than that, this is Wolfgang. Blessed be, stay safe, and I will chat with everybody later. Bye.